Our next guest is calling out Democrats for dismissing the good news about the economy under President Trump. Larry Elder tweeted a quote from Congressman Cleaver in 2011 when he said, as the chair of the Black Caucus, I've got to tell you, we are always hesitant to criticize the president. With 14% black unemployment, if we had a white president, we'd be marching around the White House. Then he said it's now 6.8%. Trump gets zero credit.
Larry Elder joins us now. So, Larry, why no marching around the White House with that number not at 14, but at 6.8%?
That's a good question. It's because Trump gets no love. I'm sure you heard the joke. Trump is on his yacht entertaining a bunch of reporters. A wind goes by. A hat gets swept into the ocean by the wind. Trump goes over the rail, walks on water, bends over, picks up the hat, returns it to the reporter. Next day, headline in the New York Times, Trump can't swim. The man won't get any credit for anything. Look, Obama walked around for 8 years and talked about how he rescued the economy, when in fact he gave us the worst economic recovery since 1949, the first president ever to preside over a recovery where we did not have a single year of 3% GDP growth. We had a 2% GDP recovery, and every 1% is 1 million jobs times the length of the recovery. So if Obama had done nothing and just practiced his putting, we would have had a 3% recovery. There would have been about 7 or 8 million more jobs. A rising tide lifts all boats. What Donald Trump has done is he's cut down the regulations, lowered taxes, and brought in a business-friendly environment. Obama was the most anti-business president I've ever seen.
All right, Larry, let's look at some of the numbers. Under President Obama, black unemployment, it peaked at 16.6%. The lowest under President Obama was 7.8%. It's even lower than that right now under President Trump at 6.8%. But President Obama is taking credit for it. Listen to this.
We saw the longest streak of job creation in American history by far, a streak that still continues, by the way. Thanks, Obama.
Is he right, in part at least?
No, he's not. The reason the American economy improves is because the American economy always improves whenever there's a recession. The deeper the recession, the higher the bounce back. We did not have a high bounce back. This is a president where black unemployment got worse when he was in office. The so-called wealth gap between the average black household and white household didn't get that wide in 25 years. No matter how you slice it, even Tavis Smiley, the left-wing commentator on PBS, said by every major economic measure, the Obama years, black people got suffered under the last 8 years. By every major economic measure, things are worse off for blacks under Obama. I didn't say this; Tavis Smiley did. So go and write an angry letter to him.
Is there a chance, though, that these developments could lead to a fissure, a fracture between the marriage between Democrats and the African American community that has existed for quite some time? I mean, the Democrats cater to that electoral base. Could that change at all?
I think so, because if you look at exit polling in 2008, the number one reason that people voted for Obama, whether they were black or white or whatever, was the economy. Far and away, the second reason was the Iraq war at about 10%. He did not deliver. And if you look at the election returns in 2016, Trump got a higher percentage of the black vote, a higher percentage of the Asian vote, the youth vote, the Hispanic vote than did Mitt Romney. And the primary reason is because it is still the economy stupid.
Do you think he'll get more votes from the black community when you look at these numbers in 3 years when we head back to the polls?
I do, and it's not just the economy, it's also vouchers. Inner city parents, black and brown, want the ability to take their kid out of an underperforming, bad public school and give that kid a better shot. And this administration wants to do that. The Democrats are opposed to it because they're wedded to the teachers union. So here you have a president who wants black people to have a better shot at getting to the middle class because they're going to have a better shot at getting a good education. And still he gets no love from a lot of black people. I don't understand it, but I think in 2020, a lot of blacks, having been better off economically, and a lot of mothers and fathers knowing that their kids are going to have a better shot at an education, will take a second look at Donald Trump, and I believe his numbers in the black community are going to go up.
Yeah, that's got to matter. Absolutely. Larry Elder, thank you for your time.
Thanks,
and for
Larry.